have we here? Let's see. Knicks tickets. Huh. For tonight's game.
Delivery, Andy.
Wow, look at those.
Andy. Oh, my God.
Where do you want these?
100 times more beautiful than 100 roses.
Catchy. The guy's in advertising. He can't help it. So does this mean he's hooked? This means he found the Knicks tickets.
Reminder to the fellas out there, us ladies, we know exactly what's going on, all right? But did you know that being a sports fan could make you more attractive to a potential date? Researchers found that online daters who listed sports as one of their interests got 50% more messages than those who didn't. But what happens when your date loves sports but you don't? Local professional matchmaker Kim Rosenberg from It's Just Lunch DC is here with some advice. Good morning to you, Kim. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You know, that it's not surprising that there could be perhaps some disagreements if one person likes sports, the other doesn't. I didn't think that there would be that much more interest for someone who likes sports. What do you make of that number?
I think it's, there's a commonality, right?
Yeah.
So it's an easy conversation starter for a lot of people, right? And it's one of those things that brings people together. It's the camaraderie of it, really.
So when you're advising folks who are looking for a significant other, let's say they love sports, do you push them toward finding someone who likes sports as well, just to kind of get that first issue out of the way?
I think it really depends on the couple, truly, because it's about compromise, right? I mean, I think when somebody likes something, it could be any hobby, any interest, right? Let's say you like soccer and I don't like soccer. You got to be willing to compromise, go to a game, learn something new. If your partner's happy and they're smiling and they're excited when they're there, just be present and enjoy the moment, and hopefully they'll go do something that you have an interest in that they might not as well.
Yeah, so it's kind of a give or take.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
sure.
What have you seen in relationships when there isn't that kind of compromise? Can it work? I mean, because I would imagine some folks, it could be a man or a woman, who's like, you know what, how about you just go do your own thing? I just won't get in the way of it.
I think when it becomes excessive, right, or they have to sit in front of the TV every Sunday and if their team loses, let's say, and then they're depressed or they're in a bad mood all day after that definitely can turn a relationship in a sour way, for sure.
Yeah. Is there any particular sport you find causes the most friction? I don't know if there's a sport that not necessarily folks are more passionate about, but that can just cause more issues in a relationship.
I haven't found a sport per se. Our clients love that, and It's Just Lunch. They love when somebody teaches them something new as well. So you have to be open-minded, I think, when you're going into that relationship. If somebody's an avid Commanders fan, right, but, and they don't want to go to every game with them, that's okay, right? Let them go with their boys and enjoy the experience, but, go have a girls' trip or a girls' day. But I think it really is about collaboration. It's a we, not an I, right? And making sure that you're on the same page and that you're open to enjoying things that maybe you wouldn't necessarily want to do every day.
What about Commanders-Giants fan? I mean, they're both
or the
fans.
Eagles, too. The Commanders-Eagles. That's never a good thing, right? Yes.
That's a whole different conversation.
Definitely,
But you
sure.
You can still try to
communication.
make it work.
It's communication, and think about collaborating.
Absolutely. I like the point you make about asking questions, because it's one thing to enjoy something, or at least be present with your partner while they're watching a sport, but to show that kind of interest, I think also goes a long way.
Right. You just don't want somebody telling you every stat or every play or teaching you every penalty. That's okay. You don't need to know that much if you're not a sports fan, but seeing them smile and excited and high-fiving during the game, that can be fun. Enjoy the moment.
Whatever makes them happy.
Absolutely.
Where can folks get in touch with you, by the way?
It's Just Lunch DC.
It's Just Lunch DC. All right. Thanks so much for joining us, Kim,
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.